Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and this is CC&E Budgets. In today's video, we're going to be cash stuffing our sinking funds and our cash envelopes. So if that's something that you guys are interested in looking at, please stay tuned. And while you're waiting, like, comment, and subscribe. All right, guys. So let's get started. First off, if my voice sounds a little funny, it's because I'm under the weather and I am trying to push myself to make this video so that I get it out on time. I had a goal and I'm trying to make sure I stick to it regardless of how I feel right now. All right, so today we're going to be stuffing a total of $1,950. Some of that money you won't see here because my son already got his allowance money from me. He was here when I started putting the money out, so I gave it to him. My daughter's money is still in here, but she's still at school, so she'll get it shortly. All right, so first is kids. I stuff $110. Well, it's $110 total. However, I only stuff in their envelopes $25 per child. The other part goes to them, as in that covers their chores and what they buy whatever they want to with their money. So first we'll do my daughter. She's gonna get $25 here. So this process has like shown me a lot about how, you know, people say that all kids are different, and it's so true because my daughter is a natural spender while my son is a natural saver. So when I started doing this method, he would watch me do it and he kind of wanted to understand it. So I showed him what it was and how to, you know, to make his own envelopes, his own binder. And he is like taking off, and my man, that little guy has money. He ain't spending his money on nothing. Every now and again, he gets himself some Roblox or something like that, or Robux, whatever it's called. But for the most part, he does not spend his money. Like, if he doesn't like need it then, right now, he'll think about it a few times before he spends his money, which is like, we all need to get on like that. And then there's my daughter, who will just, it burns a hole in her pocket. So we've got 50, 70, 90, 100, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So it's 139 for her. This cold is kicking my butt, y'all. Like, I tell you, I am in fog and everything. I just feel terrible. My son gets 25 as well. I think my son likes to hold on to money because he likes to get the bigger bills, you know. So he likes the switching out of bills and stuff like that is his thing. So 100, 20, 40, 5, 50, 5, 61. So 161. And so if you'll see that they have different amounts. My daughter had the same amount as my son, but she lost her charger to her Chromebook for school. So I took the money out of there to pay for it. Because my husband said he wanted her to pay for it. And I was just like, no, next time she'll pay for it. This envelope is luxury. It's not getting stuffed this time. This is for me. I want to buy my first, my first purchasing for myself, Louis Vuitton. So that's what this money is for. Next is HOA. My HOA for the home we own is $396 a year. So I am going to add $33 here. Two and three. So we've got 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 50, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. So that's $266. And this won't be due until February, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is when this one will be due. So next we're going to stuff groceries. All right. And Groceries actually has money left over in it, and that is something that typically never happens. So I'm kind of super excited. And honestly, the reason why that happened is because my husband, who is our natural saver in this house, he went to in the grocery store. So I did a grocery pickup, and he was going in the store after he got off work and picked up fresh vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. So a little about me that, of course, you guys don't know, is I am active duty Army. I suffer from PTSD, and I really don't like to be in crowds. So he's been helping out by going into the grocery store and doing some of the things that I really have a hard time doing. So yeah, and it's been working. So we actually saved $200 doing that. So I'm going to put this $200 to the side, and then I'll tell you what we're gonna do with that later. But Groceries get $600. It's 2, 3, 4, 500, and then I need 20, 40, 60, 80, and 600. All right, so let's count that again. Make sure 100, 2, 3, 4, 50, 5, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600. And also, I primarily shop with my credit cards for the points. And then we just take the money from out the envelopes and we put it into this envelope right here, that snowball, for whatever we spend, and we just pay it back. I go to the bank twice a month, maybe 3 times a month, and I just deposit it off to pay my credit card back. So no big deal. Beauty, we have 100. There's money left over in beauty, but it's gonna get $120. Typically, I would take this out and put it like I did the groceries, but I'm going to probably take my daughter and let her get her hair braided because I cannot do hair. It's not my ministry. It stresses me out. So yeah, she has a lot of it. I have a lot of it. And I just feel there's some things that just for peace of mind that it's okay to put in your budget. And so you'll see over the course of watching my videos that my beauty envelope is heavily stuffed. In the area that I live in, it costs a lot of money to get certain things done, like your hair, especially our hair, because we have so much. And if you know about African-American hair, typically the longer it is, the more of it is, they charge you more. So we pay a premium, and I mean a premium, to get our hair done. But yeah, my edges are worth it, I guess. So I've got 100, 200, 20, 40. So it's $240. So if anybody has any suggestions or know anybody in the Dallas area that is good with natural hair, please let your girl know, because I spend a lot of money on my hair and my daughter's hair, like a lot. Like, people would be so surprised. Medical is getting $35, so 20, 35. And this envelope, it really, I have a goal of 500, and then I think I'm going to slow down stuffing it. But recently, my husband and my son have had issues with their asthma, so we've been buying more prescriptions and stuff like that. And although I am active duty, I'm on recruiting duty. So their prescriptions aren't free for me right now because I'm not going to a military installation and filling those prescriptions. I'm going to Walgreens, so I have to pay for them. So to have 500 here would be great, because we still pay a little bit for dental for them, my dependents, my husband and my kids. And sometimes, like my daughter, she had to get 5 teeth pulled because her baby teeth weren't coming all the way up. And she has braces. So that was expensive, and it came out of nowhere. So I think $500 would really just be a good, like, minimum amount to keep in this envelope as much as we can. So right now we've got 50, 100, 20, 35. So 135. And to be honest with you guys, this is like the most I've had in this envelope in a very long time, like really. pets is getting $10. And I have a teacup Yorkie and 2 leopard geckos. Well, honestly, my kids have 2 leopard geckos, and because I don't touch them. But this covers any vet visits, any food that they need, any clothes that I want to buy my Yorkie, all of that stuff. It comes out of here. So we've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 65. $65. And she's really good on vaccines and all that stuff. So she's good for a long time. So it's just making sure we have enough money for her food. Maintenance is getting $20, and we're starting over from scratch. We had a substantial amount of money in our maintenance folder, and that was because me and my husband's cars are, I mean, they're not really old, but they're kind of old, and my husband has over 100,000 miles on his car. I have almost 90,000 miles on mine, and we knew that we had some major things that we needed to do, so I heavily stuffed it. Well, we put my husband's car in the shop recently, like 2 days ago, and mine is going in today. And the balance of his car alone was $1,500 for all the repairs that needed to be done. And mine is going to be another, I think, 8. So, yeah, hurt my heart. But like I told my husband, we do sinking funds and cash envelopes and things like that, so that when stuff like this happens, you actually do have the money. So if you're taking a small amount out when you get paid and you're putting it in these envelopes, that is what it's for, because we didn't go into any extra debt by getting this done. So now we've got $20, $40, and $50, and it's just starting all the way over from scratch. So it's sad, but it'll be a long time before we need to do anything. And I also spent $100 at my local Chevy dealership, because they had a program where if you paid $100, you would get 3 oil changes, synthetic oil changes for that price. And if you know anything about oil changes, ladies, it's expensive. My oil change could be at least $120 or more for the kind of vehicle that I have. So I thought that was a really good deal. Insurance. So this insurance is for my Reynolds insurance, and it is getting $15. So I pay my Reynolds insurance by the year. We did that when we moved into this rental property, and my homeowner's insurance has already been paid for because it's out of escrow. I paid both of my children's life insurances by the year, and then so it's this insurance, my car insurance, and then me and my husband's life insurance and my dad's life insurance that I pay monthly. I'm going to try to get where I can pay all of them by the year, because it's actually cheaper. But I didn't want to, I don't know, I want to take a vacation because we haven't in a while, so we decided to just break it down that way, and then we'll eventually get to that point where we're paying all of our insurances yearly instead of by monthly. So it's got 150, 170, 190, 210, 220, 230, 240, 245, 250, 255. And this isn't due until I think May or June of next year. So I've got time, and I'm probably going to be ahead of schedule with it. Next, we're going to stuff sports, and sports is getting $100. Both of my kids play sports. My daughter, she is getting ready to start club volleyball, and guys, it is so expensive, but worth it. She loves it. My son, he plays, what does he play? I got a brain fart. Okay, he plays flag football, and I think we're gonna put him in basketball next. He just finished 2 seasons, 2 different teams for flag football, and my daughter, like I said, she's getting ready to start up club volleyball, and it's $2,000. And yes, guys, I know that sounds like a lot of money, but if you look at how much I was paying for her to do a 6-week volleyball clinic and game situation, it was like $275 every 6 to 8 weeks. When I can pay the $2,000, it covers her uniform, her travel, her registration fees for her tournaments that she will play in, and I think I said her travel as well because she's going to go out of state to play volleyball as well. So, and it's from November all the way until June, if I'm not mistaken, May or June of next year. So it's worth it. She loves it. And, we want to expose her to a lot of different things. And I will say, I know this is off topic, but my daughter is very tall. She's 11, but she's my height. She's already 5'5". So she's always kind of like shrunk herself down because she's tall compared to kids her age. Well, when she started playing volleyball, it was like a light. It was like seeing her see other girls that were her size and were moving and just having fun and stuff like that. So I feel like that is priceless to me because I know what it feels like. For a long time, I was tall compared to the people around me, and then I kind of just stopped growing. So if you know my family, everybody's a giant and then I'm short. Um, so I just want her to like be comfortable in her skin and know that like even if stays growing and she's super tall, she's still gorgeous and beautiful, and then have a lot of people and girls around her that are the same. So volleyball has helped her tremendously with that. So I think it's priceless. My husband thinks it's priceless, and she loves it. So, what do you do besides flourish and help them, become better? So we've got in sports, we got 100, 50, 200, 20, 35. So $235. And honestly, I never could really keep money in here because I'm always signing them up for something. But, what do you do besides keep exposing them to stuff? Okay, so next we're going to do savings. And this savings, we're going to put $300 into savings this time. So that's $100, $200, and $300. We have a savings, and this is more of our immediate savings. So we have an emergency savings, and it has $2,250 in there. And this is what we're going to have for savings or something that isn't quite an emergency, but we didn't know that it needed to be, to budget for it, if that makes sense. So like our emergency sinking fund or savings, I don't want to mess with it. Like the world needs to be on fire before we touch it. And we're going to continuously build towards it. But this fund is things like my daughter having to get her teeth pulled, and then we don't have enough money in the medical to cover it. This is something that will cover that. We have an unexpected trip that we have to take that we don't have all the money for it in our travel fund. This envelope will cover that. So it's got $100, $200, $350 in there. And I'll update the trackers off camera. I didn't feel like you guys wanted to sit here and watch me write on the trackers as well. Come on, get in there. Okay. All right. So that is that one. And then we're going into back to school. All right. So back to school is getting $20. And this is for back to school. In my area, it seemed like back to school this year was super expensive. I don't know, like just buying their school supplies cost almost $400 for both of my kids. So, and my son is getting ready to go to middle school next year, so I'm sure it's going to be even more. So we've got $20, $30, and $40. So we've got Costco up next, and Costco is getting $50. And I probably am going to need more than this month because I need to get some toilet paper and paper towels and water and sports drinks and stuff. But I went to Kroger to get that stuff, like just grab a little bit of it because we have some left over, and there were no toilet paper and no paper towels and no sports drinks at all in the whole store. And I was just thinking like, are we going back to what was going on before? Because I'm not ready. Like, I live in Texas and we haven't had any of those problems in a long time. So like looking at the shelves being bare like that, I had to call my dad, like, Dad, what's going on? Like, am I missing something? And he was like, yeah, it's like that too in Georgia. So it's crazy. All right, so next up is vacation, and vacation is gonna get $100. We've got a few vacations that we're gonna be going on next year. My brother is getting married, so I wanna make sure that I have the money available to pay for our tickets to get there and all that good stuff. So we got $100, $200, and $300. Gifts this time is getting $300, and that is a lot. But I have my husband's birthday and then my daughter's birthday coming in hot right after that, so I want to make sure that I have some money so I can get them some gifts. I've got some of my husband's gifts already, but there's some things I still want to get him, so I've got $300 going into gifts. Next up, we're going to skip holidays. This was actually for anything like 4th of July, Halloween, stuff like that. So I don't need it right now. We'll skip that. Furniture is going to get $50. I actually ordered a new bedroom set, and it doesn't come until April of next year. That is insane. And I ordered it like 2 months ago, but I just wanted to keep stuffing this because I actually got it with a store card, and it has 60 months no interest payment. So I thought I was good, and I would just use this money to stuff before we get it and make a big payment and have it paid off before we get it. Clothing is going to get $10, and you'll see coming up here shortly that I'm going to start stuffing more in clothing because like I said, my daughter is super tall, and my son, it seems like he's going through a growth spurt. And yeah, their clothes are expensive, like real expensive. So we got 20, 30, and 5, so $35. And I need some like winter stuff myself, some sweats and things like that. Typically I'm in uniform, and when I'm not, I'm in sweats. So I just need to get some more sweats and hoodies because now my daughter takes my stuff too. Home is getting $25, and this is usually what I use to pay our cleaner. I have, how much did I say? 25, yeah. I have a really bad back injury, so I have a hard time doing certain things, and my husband's super busy and gets off work late. So we have a cleaner come in, and she does some of the things that I can't do because of my back. And so this is what I pay her out of. And if I see any cute decor, any gadgets that I need for the house, I take it out of here. So 20, 35. I know some things can, if need be, I could always get rid of it. Like the cleaner, I don't need her. Like my house isn't filthy, but I always like to say that if you can do it and it relieves some stress off of you, then I'm all for it, you know. To each his own. Some people are very strict about budgeting and how they do things, and they only spend this exact much, and they don't do anything else, and they eat at home every day and all that stuff. But that's not realistic for my life, so I don't even try to do that type of stuff no more. That used to be me, but to be honest with you, I just like my peace more and my sanity more than anything. So if I can get help, I'm gonna get it. So spending gets $20. It makes a huge difference because me and my husband were spending our weekends doing things around the house. Like he was outside and messing with the grass and stuff. And then it just took away from the time that we actually had together as a family and doing stuff. And I was just like we can afford to have somebody cut the grass for us, or have somebody come in twice a month to help clean, or, you know, do some of the things that I can't do. So miscellaneous is going to get $25, and it's just if I overspend in some category or whatever, that's what this is gonna absorb. So $25, $30, and what you see left over should be $30, and that is my daughter's. That's her allowance that she gets, and so let's count that up really quick. All right, so we've got 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. So this will go to her when she comes home. And this $200 is going to go into, I think we'll do it into, one is going to go into a debt payment, and the other is going to go into my Christmas fund. So I'll put $100 in here, and then we're gonna put $100 in here. And this is my Christmas fund. I actually made some like little baby envelopes, and I was stuffing those just to kind of give me like something cute to look at when I did it. So we'll see what we have now. This should cover all of the Christmas gifts that we want to get for everybody. And I've already done some shopping already too. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000, 100, 50, 200. So there's $1,200 that can cover everybody's Christmas gifts. And yeah, that is it. So that's all of the cash stuffing that I will be doing for today. If you guys have any questions about how I break down my cash envelopes and my sinking funds, if you have any suggestions, if I made any mistakes, anything like that, please let me know. Thank you guys for sticking around with me, and I look forward to making another video for you guys. Bye.